I have some very exciting news to announce. This year, we applied to be a speaker at TechCrunch, and we did not get it. Instead, they chose Ashton Kutcher. Okay, I get it. He's one of the most famous actors of our time. He also is a tech enthusiast who runs his own AI fund and has donated millions to charity. So I'm not mad. And even on a side note, their application was so thoughtfully done, and even their rejection letter was so nice that I'm not mad. In fact, I'm even more impressed with this event and everybody who's helping to run and organize it. However, if I did get to go to TechCrunch this year and had the opportunity to speak to Ashton and other leaders in Silicon Valley, this is what I would want them to know about AI and Africa. So listen up. Number one, yes, AI is amazing, and there are certain times and places when you can replace people with AI, but not for every role. People are still needed because the technology is not quite there yet. For example, when I'm on the phone, I'm always the person who's screaming, "Representative," because the AI bot never knows exactly what I'm saying. And when I'm on a website talking to the chat bot, I always have to get transferred over because it cannot help me yet. So keep in mind that yes, AI is amazing and we need to continue to explore it, but the humans on your team are still critically needed, especially for key functions. Number two, you still need people to run AI. You need people to help set it up, to manage it, to run it, and to make sure it's going smoothly. For example, a lot of our clients have started to use AI to do cold email outreach, which is fantastic because it can actually do a better and bigger volume than people can. However, when all those emails come back, who's going to write back to them and qualify them and put them on your calendar and make sure it's a good appointment? A person will. So use AI plus the right people to get the best results. Number three, probably one of the most exciting parts about AI to me is how our team members in Africa are using it to get ahead. For example, we have tons of virtual assistants who are using different AI tools to do a faster and better job. They can actually use tools like ChatGPT to mimic their client's voice and be able to respond better for them. Our YouTube editors are using AI to help them edit faster. So yes, one of the best parts about AI is that it allows our team members in African countries and other outsourcing destinations to do an even better job than ever before. Number four, this is a big one. There's a lot of amazing companies, especially those in Silicon Valley, that want to make a social impact. So they think they have to donate money and do charities or do missions trips or donate different kind of clothes and projects. And let me just tell you, it's all BS. Trust me, I have backpacked across Africa by myself, lived in Ethiopia for 8 years, and have seen that most of the social impact that we try and do in the US in African countries does not do any good, and in a lot of cases does harm. In fact, because we always associate African countries with needing to do social impact, we are not only causing more damage, but we're harming our own businesses because we don't realize that the best people in the world to hire from are in the African continent. So yes, here's the point. If you are a socially conscious business leader or a celebrity who wants to do good, please don't do any of that social impact nonsense. Instead, make sure you're hiring from the continent. Make it your goal that at least one person in every department is somewhere based on the continent, or at least your business has one person that is either from Zimbabwe or Kenya or Ethiopia or some other African country. And that is actually going to create the best social impact of all. So here's the point. If you care about social impact, you should be hiring from the continent. Number five, I talk to business leaders every single day, and they all tell me I don't want to get left behind with AI. And that's amazing. You should be putting a lot of energy into using AI the correct way, to understanding it, researching it, and implementing it. However, another trend that you don't want to get left behind on is where the best places to hire are. So previously, we always thought we had to hire from India or the Philippines when it came to outsourcing. And a lot of companies today still think that they can go to Latin America only because of the time zone. And that's just such a myth. So if you are an innovative leader who likes to stay ahead of trends, you should know that you should be hiring from the continent. In fact, by 2050, 1 in 4 workers worldwide will be from the African continent. So yes, if you are looking for some great team members to add and you think you're going to do it offshore, you should be looking at the African continent if you want to be on trend, if you want to hire from the best places, and if you think that you're innovative and want to go to the source of some of the best team members in the world world today. So don't get left behind in AI and don't get left behind when it comes to outsourcing to the right continents. Now, here's an example. Yesterday on my podcast, I interviewed a business leader who used to have a team of 100 people, but the team members were not doing a great job and they caused him a lot of HR issues. So what he did is he laid off 90 people. Today, he has a staff of 10 people and the other 90 he replaced with AI. And out of the 10 people remaining on his team, one comes from Zimbabwe and he openly admits is probably the best person on his team. And I think this is what a lot of companies are going to look like in the future. There's going to be a small internal core team that's amazing. And then they're also going to use some AI because that is actually what's the fastest and best thing to grow the company. And then they're also going to use some offshore team members. And most of those team members are probably going to come from Africa for a lot of different reasons. So if you are a person or a business leader in Silicon Valley and you want to know what the future looks like, yes, it involves AI. Yes, you still need some core internal people. And yes, it's going to be working with African continent to hire some additional team members for your company. And that's it. To sum up, we love Ashton Kutcher, we love TechCrunch, and we're so excited that there's going to be so many amazing topics and ideas shared on those stages, especially about AI. But here's what you have to, again, keep in mind. You still need people. You're going to need people to run AI. Outsourcing plus AI is the dream scenario. Don't fall for any of those socially impact stupid projects that don't do any good. Instead, just hire from the continent if you really care about impact and also want a good business ROI. And number 5, stay on trend with AI and stay on trend with the best offshore places in the world today. And that's what I'd want to tell them. So thank you for listening. I hope TechCrunch is an amazing event this year. And I look forward to bringing this message to more businesses in Silicon Valley soon.